Versent's differentiator has been our real focus on quality, our focus on working with the customer to get their environments migrated and to bring the people along on the journey with us as well. We don't want to do it to you, we want to do it with you and make sure that you come along for the ride, you learn new skills along the way, and we are able to pick up your infrastructure people and make them into cloud people. Migrations aren't new for a lot of organisations. We've moved from servers in data centres, servers in cupboards, to servers in data centres, from managed services to managed infrastructure, managed hardware, and now we're finally moving to fully managed infrastructure, and we're just accessing services only in a lot of these hyperscale cloud providers. We're using great technologies like serverless, we're using great technologies around containerisation of applications, and we're looking at portability and moving applications really quickly and easily from on-prem to public cloud and even between public clouds. For example, a fully automated Citrix build on AWS, which used to take weeks inside a on-premise environment, we can now redeploy for customers in less than 30 minutes using patterns and practices inside our AWS environment. Through the rest of 2019, we're going to be growing our team. We've got a lot of work to be done in migrating applications out of data centres, and we're really looking forward to some of the new tooling and new things coming out of AWS. For example, TSO Logic for our assessment tools, we've integrated that into our practice, and using existing great tools like Cloud Endure, which is now owned by AWS as well. So all of these tools are now working together in Versent's Migration Factory, which is some IP we've developed to accelerate our customers' moves as well. And we're really looking forward to that, applying that for the rest of the year in lots of different customers to give them the best benefit, least risk migration to public cloud.
I love working in managed services. I really enjoy the variation that you get from day to day. One day you could be working with a customer on a high severity incident and trying to restore service as quickly as possible. The next day you could be helping them reduce their AWS cost by $10,000 a month or something similar. Our team are passionate engineers, and we love to be able to improve and automate tasks and reduce the level of engineering required to do certain functions. We love providing business value back to our customers, and that's the key thing to managed services. Is it's easy to do IT service operations and be a person at the end of the phone and keep the lights on, but how do you deliver value back to your customers? So Versent Managed Services is different from our competitors because we provide a human interface into our managed services offering. So we sit on site with our customers and we work closely with our customers. We don't run a centralized pod of people and have a service delivery manager on the end of a phone. We work arm in arm with our customers, and it could be anything from cost optimization to automation improvements to helping them with their role day to day. So we've got people in our team that can do Java code and deploy microservices. We've got people in our team that have deep network expertise. So we're not only just an AWS managed service provider, but we also have extensive skills across the team to deal with complex things like network appliances and security appliances, as well as some other off-the-shelf applications. Our team actually built a dashboard that is now present on site for the customer, and at any time they can actually see the current status of their patching. Business, this is just a nightmare. Sorry this is taking so long, this is probably really painful.
For Versent, it's always been DevSecOps. We always include security in the DevOps approach. Really good DevOps is when you've got a team of application, microservice, or front-end developers working with operations teams to deliver to build automated deliverable components within an infrastructure and watch those delivered end-to-end over and over within an engagement. Versent is very, very good at taking an idea, moving it through the process of discovery and then delivery with the customer. When you're beginning an engagement At an organisation, you need to gauge and empower people in the customer, and you also need to make sure that the right people from Versent are involved to enable them to be able to couple into and tap into what's there within a customer, and also provide what's missing at that customer to ensure that that outcome is delivered. A successful DevOps delivery by Versent is John Holland. Inside John Holland, we have people from John Holland and Versent staff working closely to automate Microsoft-based workloads in a way that is bringing in new tools from the Amazon toolset in AWS, and also merging in ideas and patterns they've already got within the organisation. And then automating all of those elements together and delivering that into production as value for John Holland. What is Versent DevOps?
You can just say, I love DevOps.
Really?
I'm just, what is Versent Managed Services?
As I mentioned before, pardon me.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
We are a AWS Premier Consulting Partner and also an AWS APAC Partner of the Year twice in a row. Honesty, integrity and transformation are some of our core values as a business. So we're really not afraid to deliver hard news in order to deliver better solutions. So one of our biggest differentiators is the fact that we are very cloud native as a company. So we work with AWS a lot, using services such as Lambda, AppSync, which is another really cool one, which I've been doing quite a lot recently. Cloud introduces a lot of new challenges for developers like me. One of those things is testing. So how do we reduce the feedback time of ensuring that our code works and it works well? And this really makes a difference in building better products. So one of the projects which I've been working on quite recently uses AppSync. And AppSync is a really cool service which is quite new to AWS, which allows you to expose your APIs via GraphQL endpoints. It is also very event-driven, so you don't need a front end that's continuously polling to receive updates from your APIs. As soon as a front end subscribes to a topic that it's interested in, then it will immediately be notified of any events that happen. So we Versent have really leveraged that in delivering some solutions for our clients. We're really breaking new ground there. It's something that I have not seen any other companies use so far, especially to this extent. Sorry. Beep. An API.
I'm going to ask this. How do you know your DevOps pipeline is secure? How do you know what an identity of a customer looks like in AWS? How do you know what your staff is doing in AWS? Do you even know what your security posture in AWS is? You probably have a misconception that the AWS account that you're working with is the only account you have. How do you know that there are not many more AWS accounts hanging around in your organization which someone has swiped a credit card for? What we do at Versent is we have products that enable us to look into the AWS account organizations, have an understanding of what you have as a security posture within your organization, how do you implement that in your AWS accounts, and how do you enable yourself as a security team to go out and work with the DevOps teams to enable them to release products securely and in a speedy way. So the security offering in Versent quite unique in the way that we can bring in the experience of not only working for multiple clients where we have secured their DevOps pipeline, where we have secured their cloud environments, but we also bring in experience in identity, which is a crucial part for any cloud deployment that you do. You need a partner. And I'm not saying go for us, you may go for someone else, but you do need a partner. You do need a partner to explain to you why it makes sense to centralize an identity, why you should use standards to identify any API call or any form of authentication on your environment, whether it's AWS, on-prem, Azure, Google, irrespective of what it may be. Using standards and centralizing identity is the core to solving identity problem in AWS. We can help you do that. I believe Versent is the right choice for just a simple reason that we are transparent and we would want to be trusted partner instead of just a consulting firm that comes in, throws bodies at a job and walks away. That turns out I love telling people why they're wrong. Do you even know what your security posture in AWS is? But does that mean you have multiple identities you have to worry about? We can help you do that. I'll talk to you soon.
With serverless, a lot of people think of things like AWS Lambda, DynamoDB, and that's obviously part of serverless, but for me, serverless is about a change in the business focus, in the sense that businesses can now focus on the logic that's specific to their use case and scenario. They don't need to worry about configuring servers. They don't need to worry about doing that heavy lifting that they had to do in the past. It means that they don't have to compete with their competition on things like configuring servers. Instead, they can focus on the code that does what they need to do, and that's what they can compete on, instead of all that other noise. So at Versent, we choose serverless as our first choice when it comes to delivering applications for our own users and for those that make sense for our customers. We use a lot of the new AWS services like AppSync, Step Functions, and SAM to give our customers a AWS native solution that really optimizes for performance and cost. Right at the end. I always like to move into it. It's not good. It lets me learn a lot of new things, and it's really fun to see the improvements that can be made, particularly when we're working with our enterprise customers or with legacy environments, really taking them and bringing them into the new world, using the cloud to its fullest capabilities.
Yeah, so Versent Data is basically a group of highly skilled data engineers that help customers get the best out of AWS when it comes to data. Our sort of methodology and approach is that we try to help customers take advantage of all of the big data tech that AWS has to offer, and hopefully allows our customers to deliver data solutions faster and more effectively than they could on their own. What makes Versent different is our relentless focus on automating big data solutions for customers. What we've found walking into a lot of customer sites is that the traditional sort of point and click or manual deployment processes are really plaguing how quickly customers can get solutions out. We focus on automation from the outset, which for our customers means that when they're in their first, second and third year of a big data initiative, that they're going as fast in the third year as they did in the first. And we feel that that's a much better value proposition for our customers. Why I love what I do is because things in the data space at the moment are moving at a tremendous pace. The opportunities around data and the things that AI are starting to enable companies to do, I think is mind-boggling, and it's going to only get faster and faster. So if you like being in an industry where things change quickly, where you can make things happen, and where you can see really outstanding outcomes, then being involved in data, and particularly data at Versent, is a great place to be.